This is a rifle. The difference between a rifle and a musket is this has grooves cut into the barrel that spiral all the way down to the breech. A musket just looks like a plain old pipe. What happens with that is when you fire that, you can actually on a musket sometimes put the ball on the end, bang it on the ground, and it'll drop all the way down to the gunpowder. It's that loose. That's why they fire in mass in the armies, because it was like a giant shotgun going off. They weren't even trained to aim. It was just point, shoot, reload. Point, shoot, reload. Constant. The rifle, if you see here on the end, you can see those grooves that go all the way down. The bullet, or the round, fits much tighter. And what you would do is pour your powder in there, put a piece of cloth over this called your patch, usually greased with something. I use bear oil. Put the bullet on top, and then ram that all the way down on top of the powder, and it's a lot harder to get down. But what happens is that cloth creates a seal around the bullet. And when you fire it, it actually, that seal grips those grooves and spins the ball when it comes out. So it has a gyroscopic effect on it. And that causes it to go much straighter. A musket is good about 80 yards, aim-wise. A rifle, you can get 300, 350 yards out of it, easy, because it's that much more stable flying through the air. Now, if you want, I can throw some powder in here and shoot it off.
Can you?
Oh, yes, I can. This is my powder horn. You can see I got some other ones here on the table. This is what you carry your black powder in. Hold on just a second, let me get this off here. You pour it out into a measure. This is what's called 65 grains. It's the measurement, when I overfill it, that is, for the powder by weight. That's what the powder looks like. Hence black powder. Pour that down the barrel first. Then you'd put your patch on and your bullet. But since we have people walking around and they don't like getting shot, I use the modern equivalent, toilet paper bullets. I could shoot it without this, but you get more of a, instead of a boom. I like booms. Booms are fun.
I like booms too.
Well, you're gonna hear one here in a minute. Make sure that's all the way down.
Are you just loading a blank into it?
Yep. Then it comes to this part up here, the actual lock itself. This is your cock. This is what's called the hammer. We call it the frizzen now. This gray thing is a piece of flint or stone. It's very sharp, very hard. When I fire it, this will come down and hit this and scrape steel off this frizzen, and it'll make it super red hot. That'll drop into the powder I put in here, which will ignite that powder. It will explode, and the fire will go through that little hole right there called the touch hole. Ignite the powder in here, blow the bullet out the end. In theory, it usually works. So there we go. Close this up so we don't get a spark in it. All right, let me step over this way. You got to be careful because it does shoot fire out that way too. So, full cock. About a minute for somebody who knows what they're doing to fully load that with a ball.
I need to take this.
Muskets, you could do in 30 seconds. A good group that knew what they were doing. So that's why they went with that in the armies, because it was so much faster. Whereas this, you were a sniper, more accurate from a longer distance. So, that answer all your questions?
Did they still have smooth bore?
They did have smooth bore, but it's the same thing, not quite as accurate.
Right.
More so than the musket, because they would still load with a patch, load with the ball, a tight fit, but you didn't have the spin on it, but you also didn't have it bouncing in the barrel as it exited the gun. So that's why I like the rifle. It's much more accurate.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming out. I hope they enjoy it.